a lot in comments is now the new wave of Bravo shows. Is it basically, are we going to have this blogger storyline in every show? Are we going to now ride this horse until it's dead? Which I think is going to be really quick,
I
but
hope not.
it's happening in Salt Lake. It's
Salt Lake.
RHOC, we went back 10 years for a drunken storyline and now bloggers. That's the whole.
This is Bravo's double standard, though. Why is, I mean, I guess you have two cast members that don't speak. We'll get into that. I know there's some developments, but right, like, this is no less toxic than New Jersey to me. I agree with you. I saw that article. I hope not. I don't think people like it. I
Well,
mean,
it is less
is it
toxic if they're the
empowering?
ones controlling it.
Like,
It is less toxic because the problem is like Teresa and the Sarge got caught red-handed. If nobody is ever quote unquote caught, aside from, I mean, the Kiki Monique was revealed or whatever, but if like this voice is never actually revealed, because you and I are in this business, how many Bravo bloggers are there? There aren't that many that are actually really active. So if this is production doing this and they're kind of controlling it, I think we could do this for a long time. They don't, I think, what else do they have? They don't care. The audience like goes back and forth.
back and forth.
What else do they have? They're
Remember
not
they
going back
hated
to,
Tom Sandoval. Remember they hated Erica Jane. They're moving on from all that slowly. Lots of them are
they're
moving
not
on.
going back to race issues, period. You're not going to have that. The gays
No,
issue, unfortunately, I
I'm
think
shocked this was shown. That's the thing. I mean, we heard about
as trans
this.
issues, like I agree with you on this part. I don't think I think people want trans individuals. I don't think people care what you are, but I think the like trans sports thing that she liked. I
Honey,
don't think
I mean, you should see some of the
people agree with
comments
her.
that I see. I think people
But
care. People say to me on the YouTube when I say the world hates the gays, they're like, No, we don't." Well, I see the comments here. People say things like, "What is that?" When like someone's speaking, that's a woman, happens to be a trans woman. So no, I think the world is not as accepting as you think. What shocks me is Emily Simpson is running her mouth. This Simpson. She's running her mouth lately saying that she believes that Tamra, you got to call your friend Emily. You guys have a lot in common over here. She believes Tamra Judge did leak the storylines to bloggers throughout the season. She believes the same thing you do. She thinks Tamra did it. Really? Now I think it's interesting. Legally brunette. Does anyone listen to Emily's podcast? I'm not being mean. I'm just actually asking. Well, apparently it's moved out from under from under
who was it with?
it was under two T's.
Oh, and now it's not?
It's on, I think. Now, look, you and I both know how this game works. This is why you and I did not start a fucking podcast network. How is the deal? If the thing gets a little popular, you're like, I mean, listen, guys, it's an MLM scheme is maybe the wrong word, but that is what it is. You see anything under two T's gets a percentage, and then iHeart gets a percentage, period. So maybe legally Burnett's doing well, and Emily's like, well, I understand we have to give iHeart money. Why am I giving Teddy and Tamara money? So I don't know what the agreement was there, but moving out from under them could also mean just like, we're successful now. I don't need you, fucking Teddy and Tamara. Right? You know how this works, girl. David and Sarah, we're going to start a podcast network.
Well,
You
wait a
think a
sec.
podcast under us is going to be for free? We're getting a percentage.
I just went to their feed, two T's. The first thing that comes up is Legally Brunette. It's still there. 4 hours ago, they just
Oh,
published Emily and
I
Shane.
I heard it was moving out. Well, how is that? Well, I heard it was
Months.
moving out, but regardless, how does I guess if Tamara's getting did you sell your soul? Did you sell your soul for money, Tamara? Because I heard it was moving out, and that's why Emily's I guess. But regardless, there's no question about this. Emily is word for word. There's interviews and articles where she's saying in writing, "I believe Tamara did it." Period. There's no real explanation needed here. So yeah.
I mean, in Tamara's defense, I will say this. I know for a fact. Um, we all know who our mutual friend is that's very good friends with Gretchen and Slade.
Jim
Slade,
Bellino?
Jimmy B.
Oh, okay.
Look, I know from Jimmy B for a fact. Gretchen and Slade do not like Tamara. None of them do. Jimmy
They
B,
hate her.
hate her. They hate her. So it's like there's no love lost there. Do I think Slade is clever enough to get in the weeds and be orchestrating some of this? Yes, the guy is not new to this game. He's been studying for over a decade. So, and do I think that, you know, yeah, I mean, do I think Gretchen and Slade would love to see the rat fired and off of TV? 100%. So I think, as much as I am team Gretchen and Slade, I do think you have to be realistic that the rat, nothing may be pinned on the rat, or she may be somewhat vindicated or completely vindicated because there's no love lost there.
There's no love lost. And the thing is, like, look, I believe in, like, say what you want about me. I'm not suing you. I'm not responding. There's nothing, that's the world we live in. I guess, Stassi was fired during the BLM movement. She hired crisis management. I just go back to, like, Gretchen wakes up the next day while Tamara's putting the CBD in the coffee, and Shane and Emily are figuring out what they're going to do for the day, and Heather's online buying the Hermes, and Terry's looking in the mirror and saying, "Thank God I'm famous." I just go back to Gretchen waking up in tears and her being like, "The entire world, it's coming out. Like, they did me dirty. I mean, granted, if you liked it, you did yourself dirty, but this is Gretchen to Slade." And Slade is like, "We have a real fucking problem. We have a real problem here. Yeah, my wife is going to be labeled a homophobe, transphobe by the whole world. We have to deal with this right now. Let's call a lawyer. Let's call crisis management. I gotta think." And I just can't help but think Slade is like, "Okay, it's been 24 hours. I slept on the couch. I was up all night. I got it. We got to take Tamara down and just shift the blame." This scenario is in my mind. Doesn't mean that
I don't
has
think that's
nothing to do
actually
with
wrong.
politics. Has nothing to do with this. It's just, once again, it brings me back to where I started, to Miss Joseph's and the end of our friendship, and her saying, you can't say this," and I'm like, I just what? I don't deal with subterfuge. I don't deal with teams. I want to know the truth. Uh, Tamara was doing this like 2 years ago. I don't listen. I could be wrong. I don't know everything. It's just like my gut.
Yeah. No, your gut
It's
is usually right.
just,
So let's see what happens. I think
I don't
that's
know. An interesting scenario though, right? And
scary.
isn't Emily supposed to be Team Tamara? Because she's saying word for word, yeah, I think Tamara did it. Emily lying and running, do. Emily knows, do. Let me see. I don't even understand. Let me see what else. "I know you don't know who I am." Oh, just right. I mean,